It's the thick of the political season in Nigeria as the country appears to have hit an irreversible path in another general election. Now, questions are popping up everywhere regarding what politicians and their political parties must do to begin to honor the promises to the people if and when they get a chance to serve in government. Well, joining us to have a discussion around the subject matter is Adamu Dauda, the Interim National Director of Special Duties for the APC's National Integrity Movement, a support group of Nigeria's ruling party and its presidential standard bearer, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I want to say thank you very much and welcome to the morning show. We want to start it off by saying that we have a precipice right now. A lot of people are feeling very detached from the government. How would you, in the last years, assess the APC based on their major cardinals when they came in 2015 and where we are right now as we approach another election cycle?
Good morning. Once again, it's good to be with you this morning. The APC, as a government, as a political party who is housing the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, had done tremendously well. Based on my own personal assessment and opinion, we came into power in 2014, 2015 with an intention to construct an institution that believes in social democracy. Our principles of progressives in nature, and we believe in the welfare and the security of every Nigerian. And our manifestos were built around providing social and basic amenities to Nigeria, having experienced a very terrible government of PDP in the previous 16 years before we took over. And currently, if we look at part of the things that we've actually told Nigerians that we're going to improve when we come on board, security, corruption, and improvement of the economy. On the side of corruption, we have done tremendously well in making sure that we have come up with policies that helped to prevent, embarrassment of public funds. A lot of people have gone to jail for simply taking what does not belong to them or what belongs to the Nigerian masses. We've also improved on the security issue. We met a very messed up security when the government of President Muhammadu Buhari came on board. Literally almost everywhere there was bomb blast, in the marketplace, in churches, in mosques. Every public amenity that belongs to the government is being targeted and being destroyed by some miscreants that believe they are fighting a cause that has no bearing. We have improved tremendously. We have bought our security equipment that has helped our militaries and our security forces to channel their energy and their expertise in tackling these security issues. Today, many Nigerians go out and they're happy. There is no bomb blast or anything whatsoever as it is at the moment. There are other small pockets of insecurity going on in the country, but I believe we are still also looking on how we can also address them. Security, on the other hand, we have inherited a very bad economy. We've come up with programs and policies that helped us to reshape this, our economy at the point when the entire world was experiencing recession. In between, we were faced with some 21st century challenges like the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as at the moment the war between Russia and Ukraine. But despite all these things, Nigerian economy is still one of the best in Africa. Everyone is doing very well, and we can still afford 3 meals a day. And so far so good. So I believe we have somehow exceeded the expectation of Nigerians.
Mr. Adamu, with all due respect to all the things you've itemized, some people will be listening to you and tell you that everything you've just outlined is extremely false. That people these days cannot eat 3 square meal a day. People cannot walk freely, especially trying to travel from one point of Nigeria to the other. The banditry is at the all-time high. Terrorism is at an all-time high. Scarcity is at an all-time high. And the cardinals that the APC came on board with, saying that they will fix the problems that the PDP created, rather than doing that, they kept on blaming that if 7 years go into 8 years, they're still blaming the PDP when they said that they will come and fix the problems created by the PDP. But they're still blaming the PDP for why Nigeria is where they are. Simply just shows that this government has failed.
I beg to disagree with you. The government has not failed. If the government had failed, basically, I would not be sitting here talking to you. And a lot of Nigerians understand what it is to actually be in a state of chaos and insecurity. What you are seeing out there are pockets of, from the fight against these menace of insecurity. Every day you sit to strategize to address security issues. The people you are targeting are also coming up with different means to actually make the general public to believe that you are not actually achieving much. In the course of my conversation, I told you, pirates are always coming on board. You can't go to some certain places, bomb blast everywhere. You understand? And sorry to say, but security issue is global. A lot of things are happening that are pushing people into committing crime. The government of President Muhammadu Buhari is doing extremely, well in trying to address these issues. We may be complaining and also blaming the PDP because the PDP actually laid the foundation of the situation we are in at the moment. With little resources we have, we still find a way to make security a priority. Look at the equipment being bought in order to address these issues. So, a lot of people will be to disagree for their own single reason. But for me, what I have seen, what I've experienced between the time when PDP was in government, particularly the government of Goodluck Jonathan, and what we have right now at the moment, you don't need a associate to tell you that our situation has improved. So we are going to keep working hard. We're going to keep, stimulating the government to do more in terms of security because it's a priority for the government and it will still remain a priority. And the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, it will still maintain this momentum to protect the lives and the welfare of all citizens, irrespective of their faith or religion as a cultural affiliation. And I believe also it's still part of the thing that we are also working on when we, by the grace of God, bring the new government in place in 2023. Security is also going to be a priority. We have a balanced ticket that we are presenting before Nigeria with Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, a very experienced politician, an economic developer, somebody who has shown an unprecedented performance in one of the most developed states in Africa, Lagos State. And we're also, on the other hand, we are also bringing... Hello?
Yes, Mr. Dauda, I'm going to have to come in there because we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, so on the...
we don't have a lot of time. But on this topic,
okay,
I echo
ahead,
Aaron's views on that. A lot of
yes.
people would say that your views are quite blanket statements or capitulations. But let's deviate from that and let's look at policy more closely. As we know, pressure groups are undoubtedly relevant in terms of managing the flow of influence between government and the governed by participating in the political competition of the system. Would you say that this has been an accurate depiction of the relationship between Nigerian pressure groups and the government? And why would you say so?
For more often than not, pressure groups are being seen as against the government of the day. And because simply they tend to interrogate and question the policies of the government in order to ensure that the government is not deviating from what they've actually promised to give Nigerians. First of all, the APC integrity movement is an integral part of the APC and the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, which is the governing party in Africa. We are not on board to challenge or to oppose the policies of our government, but rather we are found to, on three basic principles: to protect and promote the integrity and legacies of our party, to promote and also to protect the integrity of this administration, and also to let Nigeria know the good intention of our candidates across the nations, from the president down to the lowest level of governance. We are going to be assisting the government in place, as well as our political party, to send this good intention that our candidates have before Nigerians. We have built up a structure from national level down to the lowest level. We are going to be mobilizing and informing Nigerians what the good intention our tickets or our candidates stand for, from president down to governorship to National Assembly, as well as state assemblies. So that is what makes us different from every other pressure or movement across the board. We're not up against a government, we're up to support and initiate a program that will help them to also stand on the manifesto that they've actually, told Nigerians they are going to actually deliver. So that is why we are on board, and we will maintain that momentum. We will continue to mobilize. We will continue to speak to those in authority to make sure that they don't deviate from the intention. From the the good intention that they have for Nigerians, or the manifesto of the things that they've outlined they want to do to improve the well-being of ordinary Nigerians across board. So,
all right, sir.
We have seen NSAS came. We have seen every other.
All right. Speaking about ordinary Nigerians,
pressure groups.
All right, Mr. Dauda. Speaking
Yes.
about ordinary Nigerians, a lot of people have questioned and criticize the APC on the grounds that anyone who speaks about their reality in the Nigeria of today is being seen as a cynic, a critic, and somebody that probably just wants to mudsling at the APC, and they do not take this constructive criticism in their strides to look at the plights of the people. And this is, as some say, is very reflective of the fact that why people questioned and queried the rationale behind the Muslim ticket, whereby religious predilectives these days is a very, very topical issue. The APC has made light of it and said, we don't see religion to care about what the people think. We will do what serves us in the bid to serve you. And when the people are saying that we're not feeling the dividends of democracy, but the APC keeps insisting that there is dividends of democracy, but people are saying we're not feeling the dividends of democracy. Talk to us about this gulf, this divide between the government and the governed.
The APC as a political party is a progressive one that believes in social democracy. And we have continued to, from our policies and our antecedent, to continue to channel our energies and our resources in providing and bridging this gap between, the social inequality. If you look at one of the greatest achievements of President Muhammadu Buhari is the fact that we have one of the best and the most reliable social investment program that had never ever experienced in this country. We have rollout programs that have reached the ordinary Nigerian that never ever thought that they don't even know what it is to actually have a government. But today, we have such type of programs that were in place and people are actually benefiting from. Coming to the issue of Muslim tickets, is an issue that had already been debated by Nigerians and is still, showing his ugly head. However, what I want Nigerians to understand is APC is not presenting a Muslim ticket. APC is presenting a balanced ticket for Nigerians with people with proven integrity, people who have experience and have a set of skills that they have demonstrated in their respected individual endeavors. Asuwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu represents hope for Nigerians. He has demonstrated that. We have seen what he had done in Lagos State from an economic of about 600 million to an economic of about 60 billion and about fifth largest economy in Africa from a state within a country. On the other hand, Kashim Shettima represents dreams for Nigerians. We are not presenting a Muslim and a Christian. We are presenting competence. We are presenting competence and ability to steer our country through these challenges of the 21st century that is global.
All right, Mr. Dauda, we unfortunately have come to the end of the segment. We don't have any more time, unfortunately, but we want to thank you very much for being here this morning.